sure we would like to know what the processes are during this Tiftar Ethiopia, and what the involvements are from xHub and CALS, as well as other key stakeholders. So let's see a short presentation showcasing the incubation process, and that will be delivered by Ato Tedros Taddese, founder and CEO of CALS and xHub. Please help me in welcoming Ato Tedros.
I will not be taking a lot of time trying to tell you what the process was, especially Dr. Turhan has presented it nicely for us. I would mainly focus on, especially for those of you who do not know who CALS and xHub is and what we do. So this is us. We started in 2012 as a leadership solution provider. We started the Center for African Leadership Studies in 2012 with a vision of providing indigenous leadership solutions blended with international trends to meet the need of the country. So we were good. We started in 2012. We were doing a number of projects, a number of trainings and coaching programs. It was fantastic. But in 2013, we decided then how are we going to benefit our community? How do we share from our profit with our community? What do we do? And for all of that, we came up with an innovative solution, raising leaders and entrepreneurs that constantly solve the need of the country instead of us trying to solve almost every problem. We said, why don't we raise entrepreneurs and leaders that can solve the problems. So we created xHub. X stands for something unknown. Whatever would come out of xHub, we don't impose our views or opinions. We remain curious. It remains as X until it is solved. And we also want to encourage young people to make mistakes in innovation and entrepreneurship. One makes a number of mistakes, lots and lots of mistakes before we get what works properly. So we're very proud promoters of making mistakes and learning from them. So since then, the Center for African Leadership Studies has served more than 15 countries in different parts of the continent, especially with the African Union and UNDP, the regional office. Now, in those programs, we have been able to serve and raise thousands of young African leaders and executives across nations. And in Ethiopia, we have had the privilege and the honor of raising and supporting leaders in more than 100 institutions and 15 universities and colleges. In xHub Addis, we have literally been evangelizing the concept of entrepreneurship through different weekly, monthly, and yearly annual programs and all of that. After 9 years, we are working closely with all stakeholders and players, including the government. And there is no better reward for us than seeing this. For startup ecosystem to come together, to flourish, like we always say, it takes a village to raise a child. That's why we say xHub is your village for success. So now, finally, after 9 years, to see all of this is a blessing. So through our different programs at xHub, we have had the privilege of raising thousands of entrepreneurs and leaders. At xHub and CALS, there is a strong emphasis in combining and giving emphasis for leadership and entrepreneurship. Our philosophy is that when leaders are entrepreneurial and when entrepreneurs are leaders, that great things, great processes, great systems, and great institutions happen. Otherwise, leadership will be all about position, and otherwise, entrepreneurship will be all about profit. So it is when the leader is entrepreneurial and when the entrepreneur sees himself or herself as leaders that great systems and institutions happen. So there is a strong emphasis for leadership development for our entrepreneurs and incubators at xHub. So Tiftar Ethiopia this is the number one priority that we believe that Ethiopia needs to have at the moment, is to invent and to come up with its own solutions, to constantly maftar job, to constantly maftar solutions. So we say Ethiopia needs to maftar more than anything. So Ethiopia, this is the right time to develop its own local solutions. And we're very honored to work with Ministry of Innovation and Technology. The support we got from them, from especially the directorate, it was immense. And we finally came up to the end of this. So like Ato Salamihun was saying, there was a rigorous process, like Dr. Turhan also was saying, a rigorous process. I do not talk much about it. Then we had an induction session. We conducted a needs assessment. So we conducted, like I was saying, the needs assessment. So, you know, most of the entrepreneurs, maybe if they are focused, for example, in developing softwares, you know, they focus more on the coding part of the work, the software development part of the work. Most of them, they don't have the right skills to convert that idea into business. The skills that are required to working with people, hiring and solving problems and all of that, you know, there should be conducted needs assessment. After the needs assessment, we developed BDS services, business development services. So in these programs, we had basic business skill, entrepreneurship skill development, basics of management and business model development, human resource management and leadership skills, strategic development and strategic and operational management trainings, financial management. We give a strong emphasis on finance at xHub. We believe, you know, in helping and supporting and helping the entrepreneurs about finance at an early stage. And for that, we also have partners from different banks, partnership with different banks. They come and train them. And we also help them and teach our entrepreneurs at an early stage on how to become bankable and work with financial institutions, financial management. And we also have a wonderful legal clinic at xHub Addis. We have a business clinic as well as a legal clinic. At the business clinic, it is a department of its own. We have lawyers and professionals that support them all the way through, from starting to closing. How do you, and also on partnership, on working with partners, merger, acquisition, all of that. Even especially the first batch for this program were trained, including these programs include how do you select your partners, how do you select capital, is it smart or idle. So some partnerships are at an early stage are forged by entrepreneurs. Then, you know, there's no progress in it. But we try to teach and equip our entrepreneurs on even selecting the kind of capital that they are looking for at the xHub Addis. But in all of this, the support we had from the UNDP Accelerator Lab was immense. Thank you very much. And this is the process that all of these innovators passed through. Thank you for your attention.